We are live. We are live. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. We made it. You made it. For those of you who had a long week, congratulations. You made it. For those of you who work 7 days a week, congratulations. It's Friday.
Yeah.
Really no better way that I can put it other than that. So, it has been a fantastic close week.
You made it.
You made it. Whoa, there's me talking to me. Honestly, this has been the most fun week, at least I think, in terms of information that we've had, and it's just because, we're talking money this week. The last 3 weeks, for those who have been, tuning in with us, we had the acquire week where we walked through, how to identify and get a house, and then you move into buy, working through the ARVs, working through the repair costs to get it under contract, to get it to this moment, to get it to the point where now you're at the title company, you're filling out the contract, you're marketing the property, even some alternative things that you can do with regard to that to blow it up, putting it on Zillow. And so this is fun, man. I mean, this is when you cash checks.
Mm-hmm.
And so you hope that, this is that moment. So, to kind of go through everything. So guys, we talked about contracts. If you have, what do we say? Insert state name, real estate commission. That's going to be where you check first if you are looking for a contract. If you have a state-sponsored real estate commission contract, use it, because that's what your state wants you to use. One-page contracts you use for family members, and even then, it typically results in hurt feelings. So, we move on then. And remember, guys, what is the one thing that I said? And I think I've repeated it every day because it means so much. If it doesn't say it in the contract, you can do it. Don't get cute. This isn't your relationship where you're trying to read the other person's lines. But for all of us males, we all know that only gets us in trouble. So if it doesn't say it, you can do it. Rob, did you want to add anything really fast as far as the contract goes?
Really, the big thing with contracts is just this, is that, a lot of people are proponents of these one-page contracts. And like Kyle described, if it's for your family, great. If it really needs to be for your mom or dad, somebody that still wants to talk to you even after you screw up. But if you're doing a one-page contract, do not ask the question, does this protect me? No, it does not. It leaves you so wide open on a million different things. Does it mean that you can get something executed? Possibly. So I don't want people to think that you just can't close something with a one-page contract. It's just that you are not protecting yourself in any way, shape, form, or fashion. You're just basically stating that I hope everything goes well and good luck. So as an attorney, we would never write a one-page contract. And just to give you guys an idea, the standard contract here in Texas that's set up by the Real Estate Commission is 8 pages. And does everybody read all 8 pages? Of course not. But in those 8 pages, when you do read them, they cover all sorts of things and all sorts of contingencies. And so that's why we say, one-page contracts for family. Everything else is to protect you.
Absolutely. So, we moved on from contracts and we went straight into title.
Mm-hmm.
And so with title, this is where you make or break a deal. This is where, you can have a good deal go south really fast. And, the big thing that we emphasized here was making sure that you're doing your homework. If you skip a step, if you leave it to title, this is where, and shoot, guys, hey, Rob's done a ton of these. We talked about one where he had a $20,000+ deal reduced to $3,100 because of something that came up on title. This is where, when we talk about, back in that acquire phase, where you're researching the property, researching, what liens might be on there, what they owe in the mortgage, what other type of judgments might be out there. This is where, that research pays off. We talked about this is the little things at this point that are going to maximize the deal. when Rob talks about it all the time is that, a good deal for a wholesaler is $3,000. And the reason why he says that is because you can't properly, if you don't do your homework, you don't identify and you lose money. But the good experienced wholesalers, we're talking $15,000, $20,000 deals all the time because they run the numbers, they do the right research. And when it gets time to title, everything goes smooth, and remember, once you get it to the title company, see it through, because you are the only one with the relationship with the buyer and with the seller. So if you leave it to them to just, do their research, you got to remember they have a title company, as Rob had talked about on one of our calls today, at minimum, just to keep the lights on, needs to have 15 deals a month. So they're doing a deal every other day.
Yeah.
So you are not their top priority, as much as they might be willing to help out and be there for you. We told you that, guy, like the title company, they're great people, but your deal needs to be important to you. And the second you take your eyes off that ball, things like that, can really start to cloud things up.
Well, just remember this, guys. So like when you're looking at making a $10,000 assignment fee, who do you think is going to be more interested in, I just don't have one right now. I've got like 6 back there, but when you're making a $10,000 assignment fee, it's like the person at the title company is not getting a penny of that. And so, they're not nearly as motivated as you, because you're the one that's going to cash that check. They're not. They're getting paid by the title company. You're not. So your job is just to make sure that deal closes, do whatever you can to help it out. And you're usually in a better position than they are, because they've got at least 15 deals. And I mean, a title company that's only running 15 deals is a title company that's not going to be around a long time. They're usually running 20 to 25 minimum. And that's one that's just getting by. The ones that are really good are 40 or 50, so, and then when they get really busy, I've seen them do over 100 in a month. And so you're one of many. They are trying to service you, but like, you make sure you don't get lost in the system.
Absolutely. So, guys, like we hammered on that. Then we moved into marketing the property. So remember, we talked about the different areas that you can market it. One, you can put yard signs out. Craigslist, if you have a deal that's like sub $100,000, typically 70,000 and less is that sweet spot. You put it on there, that's all cash all day, baby. Rob and I, like, we look at Craigslist too, just because you never know what's going to find its way out there. Sometimes owners are in such a desperate situation that they try marketing their own property. Then we move into Facebook. So Facebook, there are different groups. There are, you can, if you're advanced, you can run paid ads. There's Facebook Marketplace. There's so many different things that you can use as far as social media goes that can help get that property out there. Then we moved into some more advanced stuff. So if you actually buy the house, if you use your own cash, you can use something like Zillow, and then you can update the information and really create that FOMO as far as the property goes, to drive that up, to, increase the amount of money. The big thing that I can't stress enough, and guys, I've seen it, it was stressing me out this week watching, other investors. And I'm thankful that it's nobody in this group, because Big Daddy's coming after you if I see it. You guys are like, if you're going to advertise a property, you guys remember we always talk about this. You know what? It needs a full gut job, isn't a dollar amount. Make sure you have the repair costs on there. Make sure you have pictures. Make sure you have video if you did it. I have seen so many listings on other sites this week of people that are just putting a property up there and expecting people to come to them. It's like, hey, the reason why, department stores and things have like ads and they run ads is because they're putting a deal in front of you that they want to entice you to bring you in. So if you don't do that with a property, what's to make you think that an investor is going to call? These guys are busy. They are super busy. Rob and I have just enough free time every day to, do this and give out the information for you guys that we do. If I see something that seems like a waste of time, if you are wholesaling a property, if you're selling a property and you don't care enough about the deal to put all the necessary information on there, don't expect me as a cash buying investor to give you a call. Not going to happen. I'm on to the next one.
Hey guys, just to give you an idea, I get 20 to 25 deals emailed to me every single day to go ahead and, hey, fix and flip this property. 20 to 25 a day. And, the truth is that I don't have time to go through and look at each and every one of them. But if I get them and it's like I don't have a picture to start with, I don't have the address, I don't have details on it, if I'm not getting any of those things, it's an immediate delete. Because, hey, that's something that I don't have time for this. So I have people that are giving me good information, that are giving me properties that I'm interested in an area that I want to go ahead and buy at. And just so you know, we practice what we preach. I mean, we've got properties under contract right now that we got this week that, hey, the first thing we did is throw it up on Craigslist, throw it out in Facebook, put it out there, because it's something that, that's where we're going to find our buyers. Our buyers are not going to just come up and knock on our door. We have to go out there and let them know what we have and have them come to us. And, you don't sell. It's like the difference between telling somebody, hey, I'm selling a car or I'm selling a 1969 Mustang that's been fully renovated.
Absolutely.
Totally different. Totally different.
Yep. And that's why we share all this stuff with you guys, because, as part of being in this group, we want to maximize the amount of money that you make. And we talked about it, like this is that last step. The close week is probably the most crucial of them all. And it's the attention to detail that you want to do. It's going to be what separates that, that $50,000 deal and one that could be 10. You don't want to leave money on the table. Don't get 6, 7, 8 deals down the road and look back and say, man, I wish I would have marketed it better. I wish I would have done better research prior to taking it to title. I wish so many things. Do your diligence. Follow the steps. There's a process to it. And do it that way, because there's so much money that can be made in this. But like this last step, that close phase, is so pivotal and so crucial, especially when it comes to negotiating with the buyer. Is if you have your repair costs cold, if you have your ARV well researched, that you're going to be getting what it is you want for the property. The second you get sloppy is this, hey, I want $23,000 for a house, but it needs a full gut job. I don't know if I can give you 23, man. I don't even know what it's worth. You told me you think it's worth 80,000.
Yeah, you think it's worth 80. I need a full gut job. You can't tell me what that's going to cost. You don't know anything about the area or the market. You don't know. I mean, come on. Yeah, at a certain point in time, you're just asking me to hand you money for something that you can't explain what's going to happen.
The full gut job might take me $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
I might need to scrape it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just little things like that, guys. So, make sure that, as we part ways this weekend, make sure that when you're putting that house under contract, that you're following the necessary steps. Don't get cute with the contract. Don't under research anything with title, and make sure that you're putting the best possible foot forward for that property. Now, granted, the house is going to be ugly, but investors get that. Your people on your buyers list get that. So, we've talked about it every day this week, and we will, during the build up, guys, is that ABCs of wholesaling, the savvy real estate investor, ABCs of wholesaling. It is a deep dive into everything that we've just covered. It's so much deeper. Like I said, contracts for all 50 states, how to go through a list, how to sort it, really just cracking open the book to our operation, what people come to us on a daily basis asking, what our coaching students ask us, hey, this is what I want. We're sharing that info with you guys. So make sure that you're clicking below, you're getting on that wait list. The course is done, it's filmed, and now we're just refining everything to make sure that we put out a perfect product for you guys. So until next time, my friends, have a great weekend. Don't stop grinding. And as always, if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.